Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg, and today we're playing Final Fantasy II. I just finished Final Fantasy I about 25 minutes ago, so why not play Final Fantasy II? Again, we are playing on the Game Boy Advance version, Dawn of Souls. This offers graphical improvements, audio improvements. Let me see. There's probably a list of improvements overall. It also adds new content. It fixes some cheats, apparently. Several tweaks to the stat leveling system. The removal of stat decreases. Oh, that sounds real good. Stat decreases can go to hell. Yeah, it just seems like a better version. It's not the pure version of the original OG kind of thing. But, I don't really care about that. I'm not a purist at heart. I've never played these games before, and it's not like I demand the original experience. I just want to play the game as good as it can be. And I don't know if the Game Boy Advance is the best version. It also has come out on PSP and PlayStation and the Wonder Swan. But Game Boy Advance is really the easiest for me to play. So that's what we're gonna be doing. I really have 2 and 3. I have absolutely zero knowledge. I don't know anything about 2 and 3. 1, at least I had touched about. I touched on it at some point in my life, and you hear about it once in a while. I've seen footage of it. I have no idea what 2 and 3 are like. Because 2 and 3 were never released in America. We got different games as 2 and 3. We got 4 and 6 in America. And they were called 2 and 3, so we were none the wiser. But now, finally, at this point in my life, I get to play the actual 2, followed by the actual 3. So let's get to it. So I believe, perhaps I'm wrong, but I think 1 is the only game that does not have default names for characters. I think. So from here on out, we will always use default names for characters. Sometimes I might have to. I know in 6, for some reason they put the names in all capitals, so I might correct it. But otherwise, we're using default names just so I don't have to deal with it. It's just, I don't want to have a whole roster of my own character names and stuff like that. But alright, we have Firion, Maria, Guy, and Leon. Alright, interesting cast. We do not get to pick any classes this time, so no choices to be made. A long-lived peace. Ooh, see, this looks good. This looks real good. Graphically, I mean. Is that an end? The Emperor of shit has begun his campaign for world conquest. The Emperor of Palamecia has called forth monsters from the underworld. That's what it said. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Finn to thwart the Emperor's plans. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Four youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire. But their escape wasn't over. You're going way too fast with this font. Oh, God, we're in a fight. Holy shit! They sent Black Knights after us to do 900 damage to a bunch of kids? Oh my God. We have no magic whatsoever, so... dead. Alright, that was a good game. Moving on to Final Fantasy III. I think I made that joke the first time. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Fynn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. So it seems with this one they started to give way more thought to their plot and sort of dialogue and characters, I guess. The main storyline. Where am I? Leon! Maria! Guy! Where are you? Furion, you're alive. I thought you'd... I'm fine, Maria. You alright too, Guy? But wait, where's Leon? Princess of Fynn, save us. Oh my God, what? But Leon, is he retarded? Okay. But Leon not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. So you've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there is something I must ask of you. Please allow us to join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. We have no homes, not anymore. The Imperials attacked, and our parents... I am truly sorry, but even so, this changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you've nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. Altair? I don't know. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well... What? The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. Oh, look at this! We get stuff! Learn Wild Rose. We get dialogue options. This is crazy! The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Fynn. It represents our hope for a future that flourishes in both strength and beauty. But what will become of Fynn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives have been taken there and suffer even as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Fynn as well. But Fynn is far too dangerous now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu. The White Wizard who tended your wounds. The White Wizard. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Cool. Alright. We gotta go... oh, and you can even get a list of all your key terms. The insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. The rebels also use it as their password. Alright, let's check config here. We want dash on. Message speed 1. Good. You can view the bestiary, but we don't... Well, we know one enemy. Hold on. We know the Black Knight. Unless you have to kill him in order to find out about him. But alright, anyways. I think you do have to kill him. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You will begin by journeying to Finn. That is the first step toward realizing your fate. Wow, Rose. You wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Finn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Finn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. Great. Good to know. Alright, let's rock out. Yeah, this looks good to me. I like this. Alright. Well, let's check our money. We started Final Fantasy 1 with a lot of money. Let's see how similar it is. Oh, you get proper-sized shops now. Alright. We start with 400 gil. Let's get leather gloves for everybody. Maybe a buckler for, old Leon over... No, not Leon. Guy. His name... Guy. My name Guy. But weapons are important. Broadsword. Okay, that's an upgrade for her. Guy and... Furion are all good. So we're gonna head back to the armor shop and patch up the remaining holes. So that's a leather cap for everybody and a buckler for Guy. Good. Oh, she had a bow. But the attack is far worse, so let's leave it with the broadsword. Alright. Done and done. This seems pretty familiar. But the overworld looks... Actually, the overworld in Final Fantasy 1 may have looked better. It's hard to say. Uh-oh, misses right off the bat. Bad sign. $30 gil. What about XP? Alright, well, we're killing stuff. Oh, shit. Axe level increase. Oh, look at this. Skills. Levels. So, okay, you have fight. No, you have fist. Probably short swords, long swords. I would guess spears or halberds, axes, staves, bows, and shields. So, since... well... Furion has a sword and shield. She just has a sword. So she probably could have used a shield. And he has an axe. Okay, so you gain experience with your weapon type. I wonder how much that dictates as far as, like, abilities are concerned. It's definitely a different system than the first game. We have 2 poison characters and probably no way to cure poison, so that's a good start. gonna have to... My strength increase. What does that mean? You know, I mean, you don't even have like a strength attribute, so I'm not exactly certain. No antidotes, but they don't seem like they're poison, so poison goes away after combat. It's uncommon, but that's appreciated. Yeah, it seems like it does. There's our goblin buddy. Kick his ass. Alright. I could buy a shield for her. There's items. We got removes what? Mallet cures amnesia. Maiden's kiss. Gold needle. Potion, high draw, antidote. Alright, you just put it all on one guy. Alright, you just have one shopkeeper. It's pretty simple. Well, I mean, antidotes are far less useful than... What? $50,000? Who do you think you kidnapped? That's crazy. 50,000 for an elixir. I mean, they had elixirs in the first one, but I don't think you could buy them, and so they were like, well, I guess we could let people buy them, but it's going to be crazy expensive. Oh, there's the sanctuary. Oh, spells. Fire tome. Deals fire damage. So it's a tome? And they put white magic with black magic, sold by a black mage. Alright. Well, should I just farm until I can buy a spell? Can I use spells? I don't know. I need info about, like, the class system, since that's not explained. Alright, here we go. Final Fantasy II is unique in the Final Fantasy series for not utilizing experience-based levels. Instead of earning experience points at the end of every battle, each character participating in battle develops depending on what actions the character takes during the battle. That's very unique. Huh. For example, characters who frequently use a particular type of weapon, sword, bow, axe, etc., will become more adept at wielding a weapon of that type, as well as increasing their physical strength. Similarly, characters who frequently cast a particular magic spell will learn to cast more powerful versions of that spell. An airship just flew by. As well as increasing their magical power. HP and MP will similarly increase depending on need. A character who ends a battle with only a small amount of health remaining may earn an increase in their maximum amount of hit points. Wow, it seems like you could really game that system. But that's really unique. Kind of interesting. We're going to see how that plays out. Alright, so you just kind of develop your own class. And yeah, I also see you have front row and back row. So you can move characters front and back. So, alright, that started pretty early on in the series. So they put Maria in the back immediately, probably because, I mean, she also had a bow that I removed. So she's going to get better with the bow, so we probably want to keep that there. So that means, I guess, anybody could use spells. So we could have Guy just learn all the spells if we wanted to. I don't see why Maria then has to be delegated to being the spellcaster if they're all equal. I mean, that's sexist. She can be whatever she wants. Why not? So we're gonna have Guy be the spellcaster. That makes it more humorous to me, I think. Alright, well, I want to get some spells then. So boom. Yeah, use that bow. So then if you don't get an attack in, like, you don't get any benefit, I guess. I got 93 gil for that. That's good. So, alright, since many statistics such as weapon and magic spell proficiency were based on how many times a particular command was used in battle, a little patience meant it was possible to quickly advance in proficiencies in the space of a single battle round. A similar problem manifested in the way hit point increases were granted, which allowed characters to attack members of their own party to increase their maximum hit points. These problems were faithfully replicated in both the Wonder Swan Color and PS ports. The Game Boy Advance remake eliminated the command cancel bug. Okay, that they didn't discuss the command cancel thing. Oh, that was in a previous thing. The hit point increase trick remained, so we could do that, but I doubt I'll need to. I just like to grind. And various other changes were made to the Game Boy Advance version, including regular maximum hit point increases outside of those gained, as outlined above, to decrease game difficulty. Yeah, well, it's not a huge blow. Okay, so apparently you could cancel a previously issued command and still gain the stat increasing benefits of having performed the action. Wow. At any point in time before the command for the final character in the lineup was issued, the player could hit a button and return to the previous character to reissue a command. Yeah, and so that gave you the increase as if you did the action. Well, that's just hilariously broken. I don't know how they didn't catch that one. But okay. I see, I mean, they still don't have the ATB system, so we're still dealing with the hit concept of haste and slow and all that. He hit me for 0 damage, but he poisoned. That's interesting. Alright. So, let's go over to the spell area. We have 500 bucks. So we're gonna buy... I like Thunder. Thunder is usually fun, and we'll buy Cure. Okay. So let me... So how does magic work? Thunder Tone. I want to use it. I want to give it to Guy. Good. And Cure. So he can be both a white mage and a black mage. I don't know if it's separate. Well, it seems like each... I mean, if he uses any magic, his magic-related skills are gonna... Or his magic-related stats are gonna go up. But then if you use... any of these spells, they get experience on their own. See, there you go. We got some tick for that. And that'll eventually level up to a more powerful version. That's honestly really cool. I like that a lot. Alright. Okay, so... The walkthrough recommends fighting in this area for about 15 to 30 minutes. And it actually recommends giving her the sword instead of the bow. Nah, the game's easy enough as it is. I'm sure I'll be fine. Alright, so we are supposed to go north. And apparently I missed seeing a town, but that's alright. We'll find it. I mean, I guess, why do I care if she uses the bow or not? I could give Furion the bow. I could give no one the bow. I bought the sword. Alright. I mean, if I want her to become a bow user later on, we'll give her an old bow. Oh, I have to start casting magic with Guy. Needs to be done. This is the town? What the hell? Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh shit! Alright, let's see here. Cure. Ah, cure all. It's a beauty. It's a beautiful thing. They realize, you know, why do we have two separate spells for the same thing? Just let them use it how they want to use it. And so we shall. Oh, he should be in the back. I'll move him. I'll move him. What is he doing with his mouth? I don't know. Who knows? Guy's MP and spirit increased. There you go, see? He's becoming a real wizard. Gatria. Check the shop. Javelin. We could give her a javelin. That's pretty cool, but it's strictly worse. But it's different. I mean, I guess the question that I have is like, is there a reason to use weapons other than just swords? Because I mean, yeah, you'll like the axe. I mean, the axes are more powerful but less accurate, and you might be a sword user and you come across an axe that's really powerful, but you could just stick with swords throughout the whole game. I mean, I don't know. Unless you're gonna level up all your proficiency, I don't know. Maybe it's probably best not to have both characters use the same thing. But I already own it. I'm gonna give... I guess I'll give Guy's axe to one of them. And I guess I can give her bow to Guy, since he's in the back. So she can take an axe. That's fine. Alright, that's done and done. We got an inn we can sleep at. Now, it's an interesting thing, because you you basically want to grind with really low HP and really low MP, so that those go up a lot. That's fairly interesting. But with the Game Boy Advance version, we just get flat bonuses, so it's not a big problem. Get out of here with your weird stuff. Potions. Buy a few of those. We'll buy like 2 antidote. I don't see myself really using that. I would buy an ether or a phoenix down, but we can't afford it, so that'll have to wait. And we must be here for a reason. We'll save. Okay. I guess that's it. I'm trying to find Finn. Oh shit. I forgot. He's got to cast spells. He needs to cast spells. Alright, well. So, yeah, I have no idea where I'm going. FYI. No, that... Oh, okay. Usually if you keep pressing left, it targets everything. And when you're targeting you, you press right and it targets you. But here, if you target right, it targets all of you. But if you go all the way left, it targets all of you. You have to go down. Alright. Well, I mean, really that just gives more XP for the others. It's not... I don't have to kill them with it, I just have to use it. That's why you can target each other and just keep beating on each other. What the... Alright, we'll give it a shot. I'm not feeling comfortable with it. It seems drastically stronger than what I just... Yep. 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 Oh, yeah. Suddenly, you step into this horror show. Damn. Run away, guy! Run away! Nope. Dead. Alright, there's our first game over because we stepped too far in one direction. Let's figure out exactly where to go. Alright, we need to notice lake north. You see, we circle around it clockwise. Alright, so we're going around this lake clockwise. Don't stray too far from the lake. There are some monsters just waiting for their dinner out there, too. Yeah, so you can just step a little bit too far out and just get annihilated. That's wonderful. I guess that's how the cookie crumbles sometime. I feel like Furion is gonna by default become really strong because he always attacks first. He's at the top of the list. And so if we ever come into a fight with just one enemy, or, you know, two enemies for Maria, you're like, I don't know, maybe you want to shuffle your formation around once in a while while you're grinding, but... Oh, look at that mega damage! Wow, I actually killed something. This looks familiar, eh? Finn! It's just as we've heard. The city is crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. Well, we don't want to get too close, I guess. Maybe I should save. What the... What? The city's overrun with enemies? It's interesting, I suppose. Yeah, nice. Guy's magic increased. And everybody's gone. Everybody's gone, but they're not... shit. Where's... Damn. Where's the church at? Sweet. 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 Nope. Should we go in the castle? Alright, it says you should not talk to anyone unless otherwise stated. You'll be forced to battle a captain. Basically, they'll just slap your shit. I'm kind of curious, but we won't. It seems like they have 750 HP, and they are like... they're like 15 times stronger than the other enemies, so it's just not going to work. Okay. We need to find the pub. That's not the pub. That's the pub. We gotta get out there. We gotta get out there, man. Don't talk to me. Okay, so we can't go south. Which means we have to go out. But how? There's no... We'll figure it out. I guess what I'm wondering about the whole leveling system and all that is, does it really mean anything? Like, do I get anything out of it other than, no, that you use swords and you use axes and you use magic? Is it just like a glorified version of just picking your class? And, you know, like the first game, my fighters are still just going to attack every turn. I mean, it does give some flexibility that any of my attackers, anybody can learn any magic, I guess. But you really have to commit to leveling it up to be useful later on. So I don't know if you're going to do that over just being single-minded, but I don't know. We'll see. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter? These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. Ask about Wild Rose. Ah, you're with the rebels. You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I going to do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. Alright. Chest. Potion. Potion. You got potions sitting here and you're dying? Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. Wow, Rose. So, you're rebel soldiers, are ya? My name is Scott. Okay. Alright. I am a prince of Kashuan. Prince Scott! Prince Scott! We were told you fell in the battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not for much longer. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother, Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn has fell so quickly is that Count Borgen betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. There is one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last message. The confessions of a dying man, they would only bring her pain. My brother, Leon, have you heard of him? I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be of more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it'll be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest. Just for a little while. You ain't resting, bro. You disappeared. You disappeared. Great Scott! You obtained Scott's ring, of course. Why not? Okay, he disappeared. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here before somebody looks for him. Don't talk to any of these fine people. Fortunately, they don't talk to me. Now, do I want to go in the castle? So now, Scott's ring lets you view the world map, which we, of course, cannot, because we don't have... I can't press select and B at the same time. But all we're going to do is go back to Altair. So let's see if I can't bring up a map. Sure enough. Well, labeled map, that would be nice. Nah, this is fine. This is fine. I like just looking at the map. I was gonna print out like a high-res version of like somebody did like a redone version of the Final Fantasy IV map, I believe. It looked really, really good. I think I was gonna print it out and frame it, but I never did. But it looked great. I wouldn't mind. The Final Fantasy world maps usually look pretty great. All right, let me see where we are on this map. I have no idea. We are somewhere. No doubt about it, we are somewhere. Oh, okay, hold on. I see where we are. Oh yeah, I see where we are. Now, we don't want to get off track here. I'm still not powerful enough to take on the ogres and shit. I'm hoping the guy starts to get some more MP now, since he's pretty low. All right, let me see. I don't want to get off track. I think we're going. No, that's not right. We got to go to the. Yeah, we got to go over the bridge. Still not giving me that mana points, but I need them. I don't think we're going over the bridge. We're going over this bridge. See, when is a guy gonna get to work out his bow? It's just not gonna happen. He's gonna feel bad about it. Yeah, you goblins are a real threat. Alright, well, we'll hit up the inn, but since I can use Cure before I do, why not? Why not let it fly? 22 gil. Well, I got a nice amount. I can buy the other spells now. It still just throws you out of the inn when you're done. Which I guess, I mean, that you're gonna leave the inn. 99% of the time, you're gonna leave the inn after you stay there. You're not gonna stay there a second time. So, I understand. I mean, maybe I should give somebody else Cure? Just in case. Give Furion Cure. Why not? He's got mana points. Let's go break the bad news to Hilda. Our password is Wild Rose, remember it well. But yeah, I got a ring. That ring belonged to Scott! Is Is he alive? He gave us this ring in Finn, just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. He said nothing! Your Highness, please, the ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits men of courage. You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There is a magical metal known as Mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. Well, let me learn about this Mithril. We lost Finn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of Mithril. I have charged Yosef, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of Mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? Sure. I heard my lady's words and have waited here for your sense. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Paloom. Take my canoe and let us be on our way. Canoe! We get a freaking canoe. Perfect. Alright. The Empire also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Finn. They're building the Dreadnought in Bafsk to help compensate for those losses. The Empire is using the people of Bafsk to build the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought itself is a massive, heavily armed airship. What's an airship? A man named Sid! Oh man, is this the first mention? Is Sid in Final Fantasy 1? Let me find out. I need to know. Because this is some trivia. What is the first game? Sid does not appear in the original NES version. He is mentioned briefly in remakes, a retcon designed to extend the presence of Sid into every game of the core Final Fantasy series. He is described as the ancient Lufenian creator of the airship the Warriors of Light use. Alright, so Final Fantasy 2 is the original OG Sid. Now we know. And he would go on to appear in every other game. In some form, one way or another. Yeah. So there you have it. He is not really in 1 at all. Just retconned to be mentioned, but he is in the second one. Cool. Now I know. A man named Sid, the former captain of Finn's Order of the White Knights, built an airship, a ship that sails the skies, but the airship captivated him, mind and soul, and he soon left Finn. We are poorer for his absence. I am told he now lives in Poft, granting travelers passage on his airship for a price. He then uses this money to make further refinements to his airship, or so the story goes. Alright, see, that was cool. Good thing we talked to her again. So let me go here. Craft built by Sid of Poft. Massive, heavily armed airship under construction in Bafsk. Magical metal, Yosef of Salamand has been searching for its sword. We have Minwu with us, who has a staff and a copper cuirass. He knows a lot of freaking spells. Holy shit. He even knows teleport. Look at all this cool stuff. We're not going to get to keep him for long at all. It's going to be a bummer. Minwu is a white mage, has quite a few good magic spells. He's quite an asset to your team. And he gave us canoe. Will we get to keep the canoe? That's the question. Alright. So we're going to go north. And we're basically going to move right into the water here with our canoe. And we're heading east to this town, which is Palum. I guess my goal is... You still can't defend, by the way, as far as I can tell. My goal for magic, at least for Guy, is to keep it as balanced as possible. So I'd prefer his Thunder, Fire, and Blizzard all to be equally leveled if I can. Because that's the whole point, is that you have... You know, they're all equally viable for battle. For just 32 gil, we'll see you safely to Poft. Okay, but don't I want to... Okay. It actually said... The walkthrough says, note that you can, and I strongly suggest, walk to Poft. Okay, so screw you, buddy. We're walking there. But we have shopping to do. Let's find the weapons and armor. I'm also very curious to see spells. Alright, so... See, this is my point. Is like... I guess another thing is like how important is a character's skill in a weapon type. Like, is it worth it to constantly switch off because you find better weapons? In which case, what the hell is even the point of the skill system? Or should I turn down a weapon that gives me a green up arrow as an upgrade because it's not something that I am skilled in? I think at this point in the game, I can probably use anything since my skills are really low, but I don't know if I'm hurting myself in the long run by not focusing right now on a specific skill. I think we'll give Furion a mace. It's probably not a big deal. Other than that, I'm not going to equip Minwoo. I have no idea how long he'll be with us. So, screw it. See, this gives me one additional attack. I really have no idea. I'm going to have to do some reading, I think. I want to figure it out. But armor you don't have to question too much. It's always just good. We've got bronze shields for the two of them, bronze helms for everyone, copper cuirass for everyone, glove. It's just straight up upgrades. I'm gonna have to grind a bunch here, so it's not really a worry. Spells, we have Blink, creates a double image, raising evasion, protect, obvious, Shell. Well, Shell's new, because it's magical defense instead of physical defense, so... Alright, I guess Final Fantasy II is... We finally have Protect and Shell. And the whole evasion thing kind of gets sidelined as games go on. The interesting thing here is I guess you can use these spells immediately on everybody at once. So that's pretty good. It says, consider dividing them among your party members for higher efficiency. I mean, that makes sense. You go into a battle and each character can just do one of that, and then by the second round you're done with all your buffing. I get that, but I guess the question is, I don't know, efficacy? You know, like, if Guy, who spends the entire game just using magic, casts Protect, is that Protect better than if Maria uses it, who never touches a spell ever? That's what I want to know. So I'm going to buy Protect and Shell. I'm not going to use them just yet. I'm going to do some reading. I want to answer that question I just asked myself. And we'll figure that out. But I have a bunch of grinding to do, so I'll definitely be more powerful and more informed next time. But I'm certainly intrigued. It's a very unique system. They abandoned it for a reason, so that kind of worries me. That it's not an incredible system, but we'll see. You know, I'll make my own judgment. Graphically, the game looks really good. I definitely like the look of this remake. I'm curious to see what the original version looked like, if it was just like identical to the first game, but all right, we've begun the second game. My name is Mangg. Gaming watching has been Final Fantasy II. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.